chat go? I just popped out the chat. What the scallop? What the actual scallop? Do you guys see me? It says, come on, Athena, which probably means that you guys aren't seeing me. Let's see. Hello? Hello? Fire Ant. Let's see. Am I on? Let's just double check. Oh, yeah. That's literally me. Okay, cool. What's good? Not much. Not much. I went to a wedding yesterday, which was really fun, and I kind of planned this live stupidly because I barely have my voice. Y'all know what the kalamatiano is? It's a classic Greek dance that it's a line dance, you go around in a circle. So my legs hurty, my voice hurty, and I green screened it up over here because I'm going to be at New York Comic Con for all 4 days because they invited me. Can you believe it? So my studio is a mess right now, getting 4, count them, 4 cosplays ready for Comic Con. And I need to get the video ready by the deadline. How is that going to happen? I don't know. It'll happen. I'll make it happen. It's fine. All right, guys. Guys, it's serious business. It actually is some fuckery. I'm so pissed. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm normal ? That's a good username. And thank you for congratulating me. Hello, random guy. Hello, Soda on pause. Hello, Stefan and Charlie. Goes by both. All right, so. And you're going to see this in my Comic-Con vlog on the second channel, if you're on the second channel. But I got custom nails for them. Ooh la la. A lot of it's being green screened right now, but I'll just let you see that. Did you catch some of the cosplays that are on the nails? Shout out to Nailed by Emma. Absolutely killed it. Gorgeous, gorgeous art. I can't wait to wear them. So, let's get serious now. As you all know, if you've seen the Great Wolf Lodge video, there's a little something called the Forest Friend Show. And it was at this version, the American version of the Forest Friend Show, was at 3 locations. Colorado, Massachusetts, and... Oh, no! I'm so sorry. No, 3. I'm right. Massachusetts, Colorado, Anaheim. So I recently heard it was taken out of Anaheim. I was like, huh! Shitting my pants. And then I hear that the Massachusetts one, here's what I saw, all right? Let me not get scatterbrained real quick. I went onto the Discord, and I saw that Massachusetts, some sort of construction or decoration or something was happening. Thank you so much to Nerdy Pegasus for letting us know, because the moment I saw this, alarms were blaring, red flags galore. I was like, oh, are they converting to Evergreen? Are they? And this was a 2.0, so I wasn't like, if it was a legacy, I would have been a little bit more worried, as you know. But I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, Nerdy Pegasus literally called them and said, is Magic Quest up and running? And they're like, yeah, come on down. And then they were met with this bullshit. Hello? So I knew, I was like, there's a good chance that the Forest Friends Show is no longer there. Devastating. I called them because I was actually going to Salem. So I was going to be kind of close-ish. And I was like, if it's still there, but they're just taking it out, that's my chance to nab that bear. Because as you know, I desperately want the Forest Friends bear to live in my garage. Which is why I made the email. If you look in the description of this live, I made an email for, literally just for intel about the Forest Friends Show at the last remaining location. Spoiler alert. I call up Massachusetts. I'm like, hey, do you guys still have the animatronics? And if you've ever called a Great Wolf Lodge, it's a lot of it's like robot menus before you talk to an actual person. And by the time you talk to an actual person, they're not even necessarily front desk. So this woman really didn't know what I was talking about. She's like, animatronics? I'm like the robots in the front. Like, are you in the lobby? She's like, no, I think, was it customer service? I'm like, oh, I'm trying to reach the Massachusetts location. She's like, okay, hang on. I'll reach out to somebody. And she said, the show, we don't have the show anymore. We just have people in the costumes, the mascot costumes. So I went on the Reddit just to double check because she said the show wasn't up, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the animatronics were taken out yet. I said just called and they said they did, but I was wondering if anyone who visited recently can verify. Just double checking, because even if they're not operating or being ready to be removed, I'd want to see it. You know what I mean? If I went into the lobby and it was under a tarp. And this Great Wolf Lodge Reddit, they are not picking up what I'm putting down. They were like, why would they lie to you? Yeah, this one guy's like, here, let me see if I can move it. Why is it not letting me move it? Why is it not letting me move it? Why would they lie to you on the phone? First of all, let me downvote that real quick. Who said I thought they were lying? They said we have people in mascot costumes now, which feels not very descriptive. I don't know. I don't think they lied. I think they thought I meant, is the show up and running, when that's not what I meant. Even if the whole show is under a tarp and being taken out, I'd want to be there. And I didn't want to incriminate myself, so I didn't add because I want to steal the animatronics. But absolutely no help on r/Great Wolf Lodge. Everyone say boo. Boo, dude. They were just like, oh, why do you care? I'm sorry, I thought this was the Reddit for Great Wolf Lodge. Give me a fucking break. So then, sorry for getting heated. Then Lily over on Instagram sends me this horrifying spectacle. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Yeah, no, that's true. I wasn't being annoying. I was trying to keep it a very brief phone call. Yeah, so look at this. Yeah, it must be Halloween. It says, oh, welcome, Halloween. Yeah, it must be Halloween because that's the scariest shit I've ever seen. Ew. Reminder, this is what it looked like before. Where is it? Bop. 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 Nope. That's what it looked like before. And now it's this. It's the biggest glow down in the history. Ugh! It's barely, they didn't even set up a stage, and I know that they have time to, but like, I'm used to at least the stage. It's a paper cutout of a stump and a rock. So I want to take another look at the previous picture, because now I'm kind of analyzing if there were any, you think, I'm going to drive myself actually bananas, but you think in those boxes and those bins there are parts of the Forest Friend Show? Alexa, enhance. Enhance. Because I don't know what that is. What is that thing? And then there's the... Oh, wait a second. I think I just cracked the case. That's the gate. And then this... Wait a minute. No, it looks like branches. But then there's hay. Why is there hay on top of that bin there? There's hay. I thought this gate was this gate, but that's all, like, branches and shit. Oh, no, that literally is the platform that still exists over there, you see? That stump and that rock. They've just had that in front. Okay. So that doesn't even... No. There's no way that you could fit any of those set pieces. Oh, sorry. I make those jokes with, like, Street and Alexa all the time. Yeah, what the frick, though? It's so disappointing. They might be evergreen now. So, yeah, we're investigating. Then I called Colorado, because I have been getting way less anxious on the phone, and I've been making it everyone else's problem. But I call up Colorado. I'm like, do you guys still have the Forest Friend show? They're like, the what? I'm like, the Animatronics. I'm sorry. And they're like, yeah. So that's really good that they're still. There is now officially only one American Forest Friends left. Officially only one American Forest Friends left. I think that if Great Wolf Lodge is anything like the Rainforest Cafe, the Canada one might just follow their own damn rules. It might be privately owned. I would have to look into that. But, like, I think if there's one location that's safe from all of this, like, safe from Great Wolf Lodge trying to make everything homogenous, I think it would be Canada. I think they're going to be the last ones left with any animatronics. The best time to make this Great Wolf Lodge video was 10 years ago when there was still Myrtle Beach and other standalone Magic Quests. The next best time to make this video, I really do believe. Okay, it is privately owned. Thank you so much, Koi Koi. Thank you. So that's good. We at least know where to go if we want the most authentic experience if they end up changing Wisconsin, which I really hope they don't, but we have no idea. Colorado Springs is the last one with this show, with the Forest Friend show, with this version of it, because as I was talking about, the Canada one is the one with the one. Yeah, that's good speaking. That's good talkie. Canada has the one that looks like it's a taxidermied bear. Very cool. I think it'll exist there forever, and I'm happy about that. I really wouldn't want that one in my garage. And truthfully, I actually wouldn't want that one in my garage. I want this one in my garage. And when I was talking to the people at Traverse City, that they had the tower show, they still had the animatronics. I honestly wanted to ask, like, can I see them? But I really didn't want to get on people's nerves. And it's making me wonder, like, did they have the Forest Friend show, but, like, in a back room somewhere? Or are they Chuck E. Cheesing it and obliterated the poor lad? I can't even think about that. So, here's my next question. Statement. I forgot. Oh, the next best time to make this video. The best time would have been 10 years ago. The next best time to make it is exactly when I did. Because I had the intel from the Discord community. And I knew I had to rush to Wisconsin Dells. I was like, oh, this is the last point and cast. I got there. As I said in the video, it no longer is there. So I've been catching things as they're changing. So I want to create, underneath this video, once I'm done with this stream, I'm going to create a list of all of the locations I went to and exactly when I went to them. Because the great thing about the full video is that it's a time capsule, because they're changing so much shit. I feel like I just caught the tail end of every location looking different. I feel like in the next 5 years, it's all going to be the glowy trees in Evergreen, other than Niagara Falls and other than the standalone in Pigeon Forge. And that's wild to me, because that was the funnest part of the trip, is that no matter how much research I did, I really didn't see all the changes until I was there. Like, oh, is there the taxidermy-looking wolves on the wall, or are there these weird cutout silhouettes? They just keep taking out everything that makes it unique. When my brother was watching, and he's not as nostalgic of a person as I am, when he saw my video, he saw the one in Canada, and he's like, oh, that's the Poconos I remember. I'm like, that's sad. I'm like, sad that the Poconos you remember isn't in Poconos anymore. I just need to get my thoughts out, because when I start reading the messages, then I go 10 different directions, and I don't get to say my spiel. So I just need to say my spiel before I go look at the... There's a lot of legacies left, but from what I heard, the North Carolina one is converting to an evergreen soon, and that was one of the ones that was the closest to the original that you can get, and also had Compass Quest, which I don't think they have Compass Quest anymore. Let me see. I have not seen the Sisters Grimm cartoon. Oh, it's new? I haven't even seen the old one. Like the message, heart the message, scroll, 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 scroll. A lot of season 3 of Dragon Tales episodes are repeats. There's only 78 episodes of the show. This is what I gotta look through. I gotta start looking through, like, in-depth the wikis more, because sometimes I'll Google it and these answers are ass. And also shit and not accurate. Boop, 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 boop. I think that was it. There was 2, right? Thank you for the super chats, Crass. They were both from you. And now, Rick, watching your vid made me want to call my dad. Like, what do you mean it was too expensive for me to do Magic Quest when I was a kid? Oh, thank you for the super chat, Rick. It's never too late to go. If there's one thing about my channel that I love, it's like, if you enjoy things that are, like, childish, like, make those memes now. Make those memes now, Rick! Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed the video. I was a fucking brat as a kid. I was a real stinker. Because if my parents could back out of any activity, they would. But I was persistent. I had that hamster wheel hyperfixation brain. And I just... I made their lives live in hell until I got that wand. Which is not great. I'm glad I grew out of the spoiled phase, but I think I did, but I also feel like I have no impulse control, and I do. And maybe I should purchase less. Here's a little Great Wolf Lodge coin. Ooh la la. I need to set up my Great Wolf Lodge corner. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, everything is so, thank you, Craig. I think I will. I definitely want to keep updated on it, because if you look up other resources, it's like, unless you're in that Discord, it's impossible to find information. They're gonna be... I feel like Great Wolf Lodge is one day going to try to gaslight us and be like, what legacy? It's always been evergreen. My sister's video is almost done. I know I plugged it at the end, and now it's almost 2 months later. But let her cook. It's a really good Great Wolf Lodge video. It's kind of like a podcasty format because we're just chatting. The reason the Imagination Movers show is funny is because one of the writers, Scott Gray, worked on the Backyardigans. I feel like you said, there's so much crossover. He wrote The Movers of Arabia and Robin Hood. I need to look into production more. That's one thing I really learned from Evasive, one of my YouTuber friends, is she's able to have, like, fun facts for every production. They're like, oh, this person who worked on this, this, and this. That information doesn't stick in my brain. I take the characters very seriously, but in terms of... That's why I'm really proud of myself that for my latest Tiny Chef video, I did look into production more. I want to do that more. So back to Great Wolf Lodge for a minute. I'm going to get the Ice Dragon tattoo over here. So yes, we could call Colorado and double check, because I called them over a month ago, but I don't want to do that on live. I am very awkward on the phone still. But, I miss my fucking opportunity with Massachusetts, because that's probably one of the closest locations to me that I could drive to. I'm not driving to Colorado. Even if I have, like, the day they're taking it out, if they ever take it out. I hope they don't. But if they do, I need that bear. So, anybody who has intel on that bear, let me know. And hopefully they're not smashing it like in Chuck E. Cheese. I'm sorry I'm on this, I'm fixated on it. But it's adorable. And this one, the thing is with the Anaheim one, I knew they were getting rid of that the moment I saw it. Because you heard the hissing of the animatronics. Like, they weren't keeping them up well. This one was, like, better kept up than even the one in Colorado, because they blew bubbles at the very end. I didn't know that happened at the end of the show. How fucking cute. Why would you let me experience Peak and then yank it from my little hands? Boop, boop, boop. And then that was another thing that really surprised me. Fire Ant. I was so surprised Poconos ever had Forest Friends, because that was one of the locations that had the Clock Tower show. And so they took out one animatronic show to put in another that is better, in my opinion. And then they took out that one, and now there's just a stage there. Because the thing is, if they want to do Legend of Luna, it only works in the space that has the fake fireplaces built in. So are they going to build in those fake fireplaces? Or are they going to force a Legend of Luna on a small screen where it doesn't even fucking apply? Ridiculous. Cyber Chase was made. A crass fun fact. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears. I'm sorry, everyone. Thank you for the super chat, Crass. Cyber Chase was made by the same people that made Magic School Bus. Hence the catchphrases and non-existent commercial breaks and celeb voices. That's pretty cool. I am so excited to cover Cyber Chase. That is my last full-blown lore video of this year. And I'm planning on doing that December, but I really gotta keep up. Legend of Luna is not tough. I should have watched it more than once, given that I went to 23 fucking locations. But when I saw it, I was a little drunko, so that definitely affected my perception of it. But I mean, it's no animatronic show. Absolutely not. It's no animatronic show. So, what lengths would you go to get this bear? Here's the thing. So there is a place in New Jersey right now that's called New Jersey Dinosaurs, and they are selling these incredible dinosaur animatronics. Let me show you the New Jersey Dinosaurs, because this was kind of crazy. Wait 1 minute. Oh. New Jersey Dinosaurs. New Jersey Dinosaur for sale. They were covering it in this New York news station, and they were laughing like if anybody would want an animatronic dinosaur, who would want an animatronic dinosaur? Who wouldn't? What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking New York Times. So annoying. It has this beautiful GIF, and it's not letting me. The emailing list pops up because everything's behind a paywall nowadays. Ridiculous. Sorry, guys. I should have pulled this up before. Okay, let me just show you this. Bop, bop. There are ones that are smaller, like a Triceratops and a Stegosaurus, and I was like, I need that. But then, and the price was a lot because it's an animatronic, and I was like, okay, I could maybe get that. And then they say, do you hear that? My computer fan is like freaking out because I didn't plug in the USB plug-in mic. I have my complicated mic, and that it's determined to actually break my computer every time I live stream. So sorry about that. I really wanted it, and then I was close to freaking planning a trip to go grab it. But then it said, you will have to cover the cost of deinstallation. And I'm like, that's where these fees sneak up on you. Because that's probably going to double, if not triple the price. If it was just the price that was listed, I could maybe freaking do it. I would have to measure and see if it fits in my garage. I think it would. But the deinstallation. So that's why I'm like, I would go to great lengths to get the animatronic bear from Great Wolf Lodge. But I don't really know the logistics of, I don't think it fits in my Nissan Sentra. I don't think that big boy can fit in my Nissan Sentra, so I either have to borrow my mom's Ford or rent a van a very discreet and not sketchy at all van to absolutely kidnap this bear. How heavy is it? I don't know how heavy these things are. How would already be not installed because they took it out, but if you look at the actual setup here, is he attached to that whole ground part? There's so many unanswered questions, and that's why I really want specifics, and I want to see the lad in person, like, removed from the set, because if I could probably easily get a porcupine or that groundhog or the little guys. If somebody told me they were in Colorado and they were ready for me to take one of the little guys, I'm on a plane. I'm getting there. I will do what needs to be done. But my dream is I would be happy with any part of it. I've had actual dreams about this, which is go back to therapy. But the bear. And if I get the bear, I don't want to have him, like, rotting away. I want to be able to learn how to make him move and how to keep him snoring and breathing. I don't want him to be, like, not breathing. So, yeah. Biddy, that's really funny that you're watching at 2x speed. That's how I watch every show now, because my attention span is fried, but also you wanted to catch up to where we're at now. Smart. Why are all the animatronics getting removed from everywhere, dude? So Hightail, it's mostly the upkeep of it. So for when I was doing therapy and a bear, the dream. So true, Roski. So the animatronics are being removed mostly because of upkeep. But why I was so surprised that they removed it from here is it was being maintained really well. Again, Anaheim happened. I was like, yeah, no shit. But this one in Colorado, like, it's gonna be a rough day when it gets removed from Colorado, unless I'm there the day of and I nab at least one of the characters. At least one. His whole belly moves when he's so before the show starts, he just goes and he's breathing, and then the little guys wake him up. And one really cool element is that they do have more characters on the screen behind in the trees, and hopefully somebody with access to that file can just upload the whole screen footage from the Forest Friends show so that doesn't become lost media. I mean, I recorded it all like this, but somebody animated that. Like, it's just the way they destroy art and have no regard. Like, give the voice actors their real, whoever voiced these creatures. Like, my god. My god. It's also expensive and you have to pay guys to fix your machine. That's probably why, which sucks. Absolutely. It's just like, do you think it's any more expensive that it's definitely not as expensive as, like, keeping up the water park, which I think maybe I'm completely off base here because I realize I'm not the target demographic and my priorities are out of whack. But do you really think the water park is, like, what keeps this place afloat? I mean, probably. It's probably mostly the hotel fees for, like, staying the night, because those fucking hotel rooms are expensive. But it doesn't give them the competitive edge they think it does. You go to Kalahari, you're getting the same water slides. You go to any other water park. Me and Ben were watching this video about this water park that was shut down, and Ben was like, yo, that looks exactly like the water slide from Great Wolf Lodge. That looks exactly like the water slide from Great Wolf Lodge. That one does, that one does, that one does. Afloat, because, like, water. But yeah, well, of course. It's just a matter of, like, if people return and they see things that they thought they were getting there, like, oh, I was gonna book at Kalahari, but I know that this Great Wolf Lodge has this game my kids really like playing, and this show they really like watching, and it's themed in a way that we love. And then all of a sudden they take all of that out or like keep changing it in like really weird ways. Then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the other water park. That's cheaper. On top of flat, okay, there's another hidden level of mixed media on. Oh, Little Einstein. Sorry, I thought you were gonna talk about the show with the mixed media of the screen and the. I'm kind of locked in. Okay, let me read your fun fact, but I'm kind of locked in. Okay, thank you for your fun fact and your super chat. But I'm letting you know I'm reading that, and then I'm freaking, I'm back in the lodge. That is great with the wolves. There's another hidden level of mixed media on Little Einsteins. On top of flash animation, the 2D characters have hand-drawn movements. I actually did not know that. And even their head turns are animated 2D, kind of like what Little Bill did. Okay, interesting. So it's almost like they're acting like little paper dolls. It's a bit of like almost photo puppetry-ish. I was really interested in hearing the way that the new Fairly Odd Parent show was animated, because it's 3D, but then the elements on the face are 2D. It's very quite fascinating. Kalahari was overwhelming for me too. That's so valid, Theodorus. It's very valid. I just feel like I remember when my mom wanted to do a trip, and she was only focused on the indoor water park of it all, and I was so determined to go to Great Wolf Lodge, and she's like, we've been there so many times, we're going to freaking Kalahari. We gotta try something else, there's a new theme. It's like a safari, ooh la la, let's go. And I missed Magic Quest. And I feel like if Great Wolf Lodge didn't have Magic Quest and didn't have the animatronics, like, I would not have thought about them ever again since I was a kid. So, oh really? You can't hear me? Sorry, I kind of lost my voice. I planned this. I did a whole intro about how stupidly I planned this. And I planned this really stupidly because I just went to a wedding yesterday. Ah. Do you hear me now? Kalahari is fun, but it's, it's like Great Wolf Lodge without all the fun Great Wolf Lodge stuff. I have never thought about it that way, Crass. Word Girl's animation is basically a 2D version of Jimmy Neutron's overreactive animation if you really think about it. I have to, ruminate on that a little bit more. I have to let that marinate in my brain, because that is a take I have never seen. This is completely off topic. It seems like one of the super chats was about Great Wolf Lodge, but I'm here for it all. Excuse me and my disgusting mouth noises. This is completely off topic. But BBC Sherlock Camper Cringe when? Oh man, Ollie, that would be so good. What I really gotta do, and this is ambitious, but I want to do like a super Hulock Camper Cringe. I cover all of the shows in one. It would take me forever, but it would be a good ass video. Would you guys want that? I'm just gauging interest now. So, I don't know about the Tower Show. I haven't been updated about North Carolina, which is one of 2 places that have the Tower Show. I was just assuming they were taking it out. The only one that might stick to their guns more is Wisconsin Dells, because in front of their Tower Show, they had a little announcement that was like, hey, we know this is outdated, but it's part of our history, and we value the OG Great Wolf Lodge, and you're not going to take us down. It wasn't exactly like that. That's way more aggressive than it actually was. But it seems like the employees there are really rallying together for the nostalgia of it all, which I have to respect that. As told by Ginger Camper Cringe, sorry, oh my god, I bumped it again. I have thought about that, but my lists are long, so I cannot confidently tell you when that's happening. Oh, really? Craig, clock towers dying in December in both locations or just North Carolina? This is very good intel. Appreciate you, Craig. Yeah, because I've been meaning to stay on top of all of it, but I I'm locking in for this guy over here, because if the tower show goes down, like, sure, I can have a tree, but that tree's gonna scare the shit out of me if I go into... I love that I'm, like, saying this like it's actually happening. I'm trying to manifest it. Just North Carolina. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Damn. Fuck. Sorry, I just processed that. That sucks. So North Carolina was one of the first locations I did for this video. And as you could probably tell by all of the lobby decorations that were all Christmas themed, I went back in January. See, they decorated it with, like, so much snow. I would have... Oh, you know what? That raccoon's cute as shit. Or that owl. I'd have the tree with the dead eyes for sure, but it's, you know, it's gonna really freak me out. I'm not taking either of the humans. I can't do that. No. I want to see the tree. A lot of the... Oh, that's my actual voice. My actual voice? What are you saying? Sorry, I gotta see the tree. I really gotta, like, stare at its face and decide if this is something that I... No, actually, very, very scary. And a lot of the Great Wolf Lodge trees look very different. The one in Wisconsin Dells didn't have trees. They had the totem poles swaying from side to side, so that's a definite no. But the raccoon's cute. I don't know, the raccoon's cute. No, the tree I couldn't do. I really think that I would shit myself every time I enter my house. And no one would visit. And I think also no one would visit. Yeah. Let me see one quick thing. Tree animatronic. Because there were other trees. Or did they all look like that? Tree animatronic. Great Wolf Lodge. I'm talking back in the day, so I didn't see any of these in person on my latest quest. See, that one's... Oh, well. No, that's the Canada one. I'm losing my G-dang marbles is what's happening. So as you can see, boop. There is a difference between this tree and this tree. And I do think this one has a bit kinder of a demeanor. The smile doesn't look like it's wincing in pain. This one looks like it's wincing in pain. Roski, I love your video for the Great Wolf Lodge. I can't stop laughing that Virginia got the lowest rating because it's true. I went there. Thank you so much, Roski Art. A lot of people were very mad at me for that ranking. And truthfully, sometimes it's just a matter of the order I went in. If I went to that Virginia location earlier in the trip, I probably wouldn't have batted an eye. But I was used to, for 2.0 locations at that point, really only looking forward to the Dragon animatronic, which I hope they're not taking out, but they probably are. And that one didn't have a Dragon animatronic. So, yeah, so I ranked it low. And everyone was really mad at me. They were like, I was only watching this video for my location. I'm like, I'm going to stop you right there. Did you skip to the location? Because you missed the... It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. You played yourself. You fucking played yourself. I love little kids things that actually have continuous lore that you can look into and has stuff you can talk about, like Magic Quest. A lot of Disney Junior shows were like this, and I appreciate that. I mean, absolutely, for, like... When I was covering Sophia the First, it actually blew my mind how much they did with that character. And now there's the spin-off, and I really don't know what to expect. And I'm covering Sophia the First again to re-explore. Yeah, no, Disney... I feel like Disney Junior, I don't know when they went that route. Like, if we can pinpoint exactly when they went from episodic to more storyline-centric. Thoughts about lore in nostalgic games. So, I was never really a gamer. I feel like I just got really frustrated when I wasn't good at something right away and I gave up. But I'm interested in hearing, like, what's your favorite nostalgic game? Like, have I even heard of it? I feel like the best way to get me, like, Like, I want to hear the pitches, because sometimes people just say names and it doesn't stick in my brain because I'm like, I've never heard of it. Sorry, never, ever, ever heard of it. But if you give me a pitch, like in this game, you will be a level 1000 wizard. I'd probably at that point, I'd be like, well, I already am. Sorry. You had me and you lost me. One game I know I'm covering, and this one doesn't necessarily have a storyline. It's more so really interesting in how the fandom culture evolved around the game. But 2026, I have to cover Toontown. I have to. I hope Event Horizon is out by then. Have I talked about Event Horizon on streams before? I probably have. I probably have because it's been in my head for about as long as the Great Wolf Lodge video, which is out now. I'm not sure if you know that. I'm not sure if I've talked about it enough. Toontown, yes. Thank you, Biddy. You get me. You understand me. I would count Magic Quest as a nostalgic game. I had no idea about it until your video. Yeah, it's interesting because people were like, oh, I think you thought that Great Wolf Lodge is more popular than it actually is. And I'm like, well, I know it's more popular than the theme park that was called Evermore. So, I'm just saying, like, it's possible for people to care about, like, attractions and stuff. I feel like some viewers are really into the way I cover shows. So it's like, it was a little bit deviating away from my niche-ish. It's still nostalgic, but it deviated a little bit, and it took a bit of convincing for some people to be on board. But it is just such a wild and fun journey, and I'll never ever give up. I'll never give up. There was one called, okay, so Adriana, there was a theme park called Evermore. I've never been. I recently watched the Jenny Nicholson video on it, which is fantastic. Yep, there you go. There you go. We got the plug. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's so good. I ended up joining her Patreon and seeing, like, all of the follow-up videos about Evermore. And that's honestly also what's inspiring me to keep updated about Great Wolf Lodge is, like, how people think of Jenny Nicholson for Evermore. I want to be that for Great Wolf Lodge. Great Wolf Lodge is going to try and bury all these animatronic shows that they had, including the Northwoods Friends show. Which, you know what? Oh, they might copyright the stream. I found a video that they gave to investors that still exists on Dailymotion. And so I was able to watch a bit of that show. It's the one with the picture frame that has the woodchuck head that moves side to side because they use a mix of projections and animatronics. And they didn't even bother taking out that animatronic because it blends in with the rest of the scenery. Let me just very quickly pull up that part of the video. Just like for half a second. Just like for half a second so everyone on stream knows what I'm talking about without them having to do research. I think that's in the defunct section. Bleep blop bloop. Do 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 bop bop ba da da dot dot dot. So I'm talking about the game and what could have been, all of these unused adventures. When I heard that for each group, you were going to have your own personalized adventures based on which group you were in, I nearly, like, I was going to say shat out of anger. That doesn't happen. I would have yelled. Yeah, I did yell a lot. Where's the animatronic that they still just have up? Because no one realizes what they were looking at because this was an animatronic show that lasted 3 years. And that's such a fucking waste of money because they invested so much in it and they barely ever even had it up. Boop, 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 boop. We're almost there. Come on, Atrina. Here it is. Sorry, I'm just gonna play this. Only animatronic shows they've had. I unknowingly had walked by a dead animatronic at multiple locations. And I only found out this information because I was searching all over online for somewhere where I can buy the Grandpa Bear from the Forest Friends show. Full circle, and that's what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, you said it, past Athena. That's literally what I'm talking about right now. You're allowed to rage, don't? Thank you. Logan, thank you! You've been hyping up this video just as much as me, if not more, and every time I see you being like, guys, we can get it there, I just Happy tears. Thank you, thank you. Despite never having a personal connection to Great Wolf Lodge, I forget how much of a hyperfixation I used to have on theme parks as a concept. Ooh, interesting, Christy. I remember building shitty miniatures of sets from Wii Sports. That's awesome. Oh my god, I love that. Because that's like, Wii was virtual reality before virtual reality. Like, again, you couldn't like do a 360, but I love that you were so immersed that you're like, what would this look like? Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, that made me so happy. Now I kind of want to make miniatures of Great Wolf Lodge. Here, this is it. This is an animatronic, and they just kept it up.
2023.
Sorry, you probably already heard this. You might have already heard this. But I'm just getting angry. Thank you. The Lady in the Leaves makeup from the video slays. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is one of my cosplays for Comic-Con. Can I show you guys something? Wait, okay, guys, I'm going to show you something. I'll be right back. Wait one second. Uno momento. If you see me in New York Comic-Con on Saturday, I'm going to be dressed as Lady in the Leaves, and I'm giving out Dazzle runes to anybody who comes up to me and says hi. Either as the Lady in the Leaves, or if you know me from my channel, I'm giving out Dazzle runes. So I'm making like 20 of these. I don't think that many people will come up to me, but I'm so excited. I really hope this makes somebody's day. And yeah, so I'm going to be walking around with that cardboard. It's going to really hurt my neck, but it's going to be really fun. Yay. Thanks, guys. Aw. I'm like vlogging me making them because this is clay. And then this metallic paint is magical, truthfully. I wish I was in America. No, I don't. Arson, yeah. Yep. At least I'm gonna have fun at Comic-Con, and then I'll get back to the horrors of the world. I've only ever been to Comic-Con one day, and it's exhausted me, so by day 3, my voice is gonna be gone. I gotta really hydrate, and I'm... Aww. Jolene, love mail. That broke my heart. Because, like, they should make, what they should do, and they'd make a lot of money, is they should make miniatures. But they're actually animatronics and they move, so that anybody can experience it anywhere. They gotta step up their merch game, period. I know probably miniature animatronics is probably way too much money, but do something. God damn. Can Grey Wolf Lodge put their whole pussy into anything? They used to. They had like they had a section for the closed captions. Legend of Luna could never, actually. Ha 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 ha. Boop 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 boop. So I'm just so excited to give these out. Sorry. So that's a little spoiler. Should I just tell you all my cosplays that I'm doing? First day. So I have 2 regular skin days and 2 green days. Junie B. Jones, Rough Men, Lady in the Leaves. Oh, that was fucking terrifying because the green screen didn't pick her up. Mona from Nanoland. But specifically, when she comes out in the princess dress. Could she be any cuter? Like I said, my voice is gone. I gotta get it back so I can do the impressions of each of the characters because I'm gonna be so annoying and in character. Yeah, so I'm gonna put up a vlog on the second channel of all of my different cosplays. For Roughman, I'm kind of like... I have like dog ears that I'm wearing over the wig that I have. But it's like him as like... kind of like anthropomorphic-ish. And I think I'm probably going to mix him with Sam Reich a little bit. Because I want to give myself a orange beard. It's going to be cool. And I have, I was just going to get a regular bow tie. And I was like, what if I get a bow tie that's also a dog collar? So then I did that. fun. It's gonna be, I think these are gonna be some of my best looks. That's why I haven't done, usually around this time, I'll post my Spirit Halloween costume memes and it has some of my looks, but I really want to do it with my cosplays. Yay! Oh, that'd be fun if I had a Blossom. You're so right, Anubis Goddess 23. I always try and include Ben, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna throw it together. And then he just like, the day sneaks up on him, and he's like, I have nothing. And I'm like, you, I mean, if you don't want to dress up, you can tell me that. He's like, no, here's the worst part is I actually do. I just, like, think I have more time than I actually have. It happens to the best of them, and Ben really is the best of them. Love my husband. Every time I say I have a husband, I'll get comments that are like, I thought you were a lesbian. I'm like, I feel like I'm very transparent that I'm bi, but I always take it as a compliment. People are like, I thought you were a lesbian. I'm like, first of all, thank you so much. This is the most chill stream I've seen from your channel, Athena. Adriana, I think it's literally just because of my voice, because usually I'll be screaming and running around. But today I literally cannot. As I said, the Kalamatiano it's called the 12 step. And it goes, it's a Greek line dance, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you go back. Boop, boop, boop. And it doesn't sound like it would be complicated, and it really isn't. But Greek people are out of their mind. So you do the Kalamatiano not for what is a regular song, like 3 minutes. We do the Kalamatiano for like fucking like 10, 15 minutes straight, and my calves hurt. That's why my mom's calves are the most muscular calves I've ever seen, because she's always tearing it up on the dance floor. Shout out to my mom. You might have a mom. She might be the best. She might pass the test of having a mom like her. These are my nails. Oh my god, I can't wait for this Comic-Con vlog to be up, and I haven't even been there yet. And I'm meeting Aunt Dina, who just put out a video today. I adore her. The best artist, crafty person on all of YouTube. I said it. Sorry. How excited are you for Halloween? Azizi, I am usually more excited because I feel like this Comic-Con is going to... I'm sorry I keep fucking hitting the mic. I feel like I'm usually more excited for Halloween, but because I have 4 different cosplays, I'm kind of like... I don't know if I'm dressing up for Halloween. I want to. Trust me, I want to. But I don't know. I think I'm going to be pooped by then. Pooped. Plus, like, I mean, I dress up every week because that's just who I am. But I love the vibes. I mean, okay, I take that back. I love the vibes. I've been to a Spirit Halloween already. They are just such a treat. Such a treat. I'm excited for Halloween. But, asterisks... more excited for Christmas. You already know. I'm sorry. I love Christmas. I'm a Christmas hero. I had to. And by the way, I had to. Might close this off in 6 minutes so I can chug some water. I kind of figured I would only go for an hour, and that absolutely flew by because we are vibing and we're having... Take my hands, because we're having so much fun. But I have to go soon. I let go of your hand so quick. Sorry about that. I'm excited, but for some reason I'm seeing more Christmas stuff in stores than spooky, so it's interfering with my Halloween energy. Sorry, that's my energy. That is infecting the universe. Also, I just feel like if I'm gonna get depressing for a second, Christmas is like slightly more marketable because people buy like fucking anything. You gotta think about what's my voice cracked. I get so anxious when I experience voice cracks. I like do little vocal exercises and whatever, and Christmas, like, they market anything and everything to you, whereas you just gotta think about what's sentimental to you and what things you're gonna take care of. Over-consumerism is a problem. And I'm gonna be brave and say that real quick. Look at this hat. That's why I'm really getting my money's worth from this hat. I wear this every single day, because I'm a level 1000 wizard. Oh, nice. Me and Ben were long distance every summer and also on the holidays. So we had our first Christmas together like 5 years into our relationship. And it made it really special, but now it's like I can't imagine doing anything without him. Yep, yep, yep. Costco European cookies for Christmas are the jam. Ooh, I love the Costco's over here, but I gotta go to some international Costco's. You know, that Rhett and Link game that they play? Where in the world does this international dish come from? They did one for Costco foods, and now, like, I'm determined wherever I go, if there's a Costco there, I do need to peek in. And that's a weird thing, but I have to. I have to. I have to. I love food. There's only one thing that makes me fear the upcoming December. My brain is mush right now, so I feel like I should know, but maybe it's just because I'm on live stream. When I go on live, I'm like, here's everything I need to talk about, and I forget everything. But honestly, I really went off about these animatronics. I feel like I really expressed my frustration to you guys because they got rid of my boy. Oh, you just joined, Sasha? Okay, here's my boy. In the Massachusetts location, they got rid of my boy. This is so important to me. This is part of Great Wolf Lodge, and they are killing their own brand. These budget cuts. They can't find any other creative ways of doing it. Whack. Whack. I'm glad I could fill you in, because, I went off about this for the first 20 minutes. Chat was like, hey, can you look at the chat? I'm like, give me a second. And I had to be on my soapbox for another 10, and now we're just chatting. Have you looked into the show Puffin Rock? I've heard of it, but I haven't looked into it yet. I feel like I have two separate lists. I have a list of shows I know I'm doing, and a list of shows that, like, I've gotten the suggestion for, but I actually know nothing about it. Athena, did you read up on the Great Wolf Lodge wiki to get the info about the Forest Friends show? What information exactly? Because afterwards, I looked, but they didn't say... The only thing that they said that I was surprised by is, like, I couldn't ever hear the names of each of the characters, so I've been going on the wiki recently to look up each of the names, and the name, animatronic, for sale. This name, Great Wolf Lodge, for sale. Seeing if any employee snuck them away and put them on, like, a local, like, Facebook marketplace or something. But I don't think... They gotta be really ballsy for that. And it hasn't happened yet. The thing is, this would just be a dream that I would never share to anybody, because I think it was not possible. If not for the fact that I watch a lot of Sully G's videos. He has, like, a full Chuck E. Cheese in his garage. I'm like, yo, when am I seeing your freaking private, not Chuck E. Cheese, it's the other one too. I don't know enough about that franchise. Billy Bob. Something. I want the whole Forest Friend show, but I don't know how to upkeep that. And it also looks like this is a totally different type of animatronic, because the ones for the Chuck E. Cheese show, they were like rubber. They had like rubber faces, and that's why there was like pieces of them falling off. So people will mold. They have the mold for the rubber faces, and they'll make new ones. This one, it looks like solid. His whole face is solid. Rocket Fire Explosion. Thank you, 1930s darling. Thank you so much. My brain turns to poop. I go on live, and then all of a sudden, oops, poopy brain. Showbiz Pizza. Yup. And not to be confused with Pasquale's Pizzeria, which is how they scammed people into buying Chuck E. Cheese pizza on Uber Eats during the pandemic. Wild. Wild. It's expensive, but it would be nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, I just feel like I would need a lot of know-how and reach out to experts who know how to upkeep these animatronics, and a lot of what these experts know is based off of totally different models. Like, I need to look at the actual differences between, like, is there names? So that one is like rubber facial whatever. This one is this type of animatronic. This one is this one. And I don't just mean like the way they move, because I know there's like hydraulic and another type. I don't even mean the way they move. I mean the way they're built and the material they're made out of. Boop. So, are you going to try and see if you can purchase the boy? Yeah, I want to see. I've been actively searching, but it just seems like they got him under lock and key. And that's why I have, in the description of this very live, so sorry, I do need to drink a whole lot of water in like a few seconds, but in the description of this very video, I have created an email. So if anybody has any tips, and obviously you don't want to post the comment publicly because it's obvious, I might get banned from Great Wolf Lodge from doing this. Luckily, I've been to all of them. So I just really, and I would love if they just sold it to me. Oh my god, that would be the coolest move. The coolest move a company would make would be keeping them. But if they didn't and they sold it to a fan, God, that would be like community building, the likes of which other franchises have never even dreamt of. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. I don't know why. I think it's like saving the brand of it, because I guess if you have an animatronic, you can make them sing shit like "pop my butt, pop pop my butt," but like, I honestly wouldn't. I know that sounds like something I do, but I actually wouldn't. I promise. And that, I mean it. No fingers crossed, no toes crossed. I'm not showing you my toes, but you gotta trust me. Please. We should start a petition. Theodorus, I adore that. I adore that, and I support that, and I would share it everywhere if we started a petition for me to get the bear. They're not gonna, I don't think they'd listen, but if they did, wow. Wow. You know, I would make a weekly Great Wolf Lodge video. They sell them for scraps, I think. Like to repurpose the parts, possibly, especially for an animatronic as big as he is. But I feel like the little ones, like, again, if the bear doesn't end up happening, which I know, boo, I know, and it's a defeatist attitude for sure. But look at that little woodchuck. Look at that little woodchuck. Oh, it's not letting me zoom in. Come on. Let me see the other boy. Just look over my shoulder. Right under the skunk. Look at those adorable cheeks. I would adopt any of these creatures. Even the Hey Arnold raccoon, which is freaky as hell. Do you guys remember the freaky Hey Arnold headed? Wait a second. That one's in Colorado. Let me do one more thing. Colorado. Boop. I couldn't take in the dragon animatronics. They're too creepy. But, wait 1 second.
Of this bear! Oh my god!
Oh my god! And that was my genuine reaction. Oh my god. And then the little kid goes, what was that?
That's what I'm saying.
What? The interactions I've had with little kids, they were so cute, and they were so excited about it. It's not outdated, and that's what people were the most surprised to. Oh, and the squirrel. Can you imagine? Any of the Forest Friends. Literally any of them. I hit it again. Next time, the mic is going to hit me back. It has such a freaky head. Yeah, that's definitely the one with the weirdest design. Like, the porcupine looks like a little rocker. She kind of reminds me of the one from Sing. The illumination thingy. Yeah, he's a little... Do his eyes move? Let me double check. One more time. Very quickly.
Oh my god!
never noticed that. Oh God. It is leaning forwards, isn't it? His eye's falling out. Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying.
And then that one just popped. Did you see that at the end? I've watched this footage so many times. How have I never noticed that? Oh, did you see that at the end? The other one started popping. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. That's the first thing I saw. Check this out. Next frame.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, ew. Okay, maybe every single one other than that guy. Ooh, That's hilarious because I have watched this footage. I can't even tell you. That's really funny. Oh, wow. That just blew my mind. Well, thank you so much for that. I'm literally going to sprint upstairs. I'm going to drink a lot of water. And I'm going to show Ben this clip. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've seen some creepy shit with, like, the tower show. But maybe I was just so enthralled and encapsulated by the magic of a forced friend show that I didn't see it falling apart right before my very eyes. Yeah, so that just confirmed what I was thinking. The one in Massachusetts, because this is the one in Colorado. The one in Massachusetts had the best upkeep and they just took it out for fucking what? Oh, man. Pissy. Let me see if the other guy's eyeballs are popping out. No, see? No, he's chilling. No, he's chilling here. He's chilling here. And this is the one they took out. This is the one they took out. The raccoon is far more scary than the dragon. Listen, with that Hey Arnold ass head, he was already cursed. But here's him without his eyes falling out. I never found any of the clock show tower animatronics creepy. Oh, I didn't know that. Koi Koi, you are braver than I. They do move. But the other ones were straight up, like, leaning, like, this way. I could tell the difference. That is interesting that it's, like, two different pieces. Because the other ones, I think it's because he has the color in his eyes. Everyone else just got a dot. So, when I was there in Massachusetts, a lot of kids were around them. Yeah, they love the animatronics. It's not just a thing that 27-year-old demographic, the people that grew up with FNAF. I fucking loved animatronics way before FNAF was even a thing. I remember when I was working at Costco, there was this kid that had a Five Nights at Freddy's plush, and I was like, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. And they were like, how do you know Five Nights at Freddy's? I'm like, oh my God. I was just called old and unk and also chopped. And I'll leave you with that. Oh my God, you made the petition? Theodorus, can you share it on the community tab? There's like community posts and stuff. I will look out for it. Or you can make... Either way, I will look out for it because I'm obsessed with that. Thank you so much. I've been watching your channel for about a year now. I just want to say that. Oh, my 6-month-old loves your voice. Thank you, Faith. That's so sweet. I am an aunt now. My brother has a kid, and I just... Sometimes she'll hear my voice on the screen. She won't be watching, but she'll hear it, and... Oh, Gumballs, Arts and Productions. I will get back on the soapbox. Don't you tempt me. Yeah, they took him out of Massachusetts. The only place that this American version of the Forest Friends show exists with this bear is Colorado. And I just found out that the Colorado show has a raccoon who is super duper broken. His eyes are falling out. That is going to stick with me. That's gonna... the Clock Tower show was the one with the humans, where it's a little bit Disney's Pocahontas vibes. So yes, Riley, the Forest Friends show, I really don't think there was any need for the human animatronics from the start, just me personally, just because we're we're in a forest, and it's weird that no animatronic show, other than Northwood's Friends show, which was mostly screens anyway, they don't really have wolves. What's the deal with that? I love the fat little bird on the branch. Yeah, she's cute. She's cute. I think she's like a robin, and she like has a little, look at her little hat. She gives like church lady vibes. Okay, so the only reason that and I know I see the tone indicator that says lighthearted, but Serenity Solstice, the only reason why I kept saying like these major cities is because that's how Great Wolf Lodge lists them on their website, and that's why when I went to the Manteca, California location, I called it San Francisco because that's what they called it on the website. It said San Francisco / Manteca location. So I'm like, okay, I'll just say San Francisco. That's what's listed first, and also, I guess, what most people outside of the United States and inside of the United States outside of California will know. And everyone from Manteca was like, you forgot ours. I'm like, I didn't. They're like, why would you say that it's in San Francisco when we're 45 minutes away from there? I'm like, I don't know. Take it up with Great Wolf Lodge's website. Peace and love. One of these, and 2 of these. How is it pronounced? I've only ever seen it written out. T? Is it T? T? Man. And I'm never going back. It's too difficult for me, clearly. I gotta go. Let me get the answer to this really quick. And then I'll skedaddle. And I'll get some water because my voice is holding on by a I can usually roll my R's. Thread. It has more plot for sure. The Clock Tower show has more. Manteca. Got it. And now I've been educated. And now I'm skedaddling. This was so much fun. Usually I'd stay on longer for closer to like hour 30 or 2 hours. But like I said, thank you so much, Trans Queen. Thank you. The thing is, it took me a while to like really embrace this side of me because I've always like been this excited, but I feel like I didn't really feel understood until I started posting it and all of you wonderful people came to start watching me. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and if you're not, like, I do demand it, so like just try and turn it around. Oh, thank you, Crass. Your Magic Quest video really did deserve 200k views. I'm so glad it did. Thank you so much. I was so persistent about it. And I'm hoping one day it can join that 1 mil club. I know that's ambitious. I know it's ambitious, but I mean it. Thank you so much for all the super chats, and thank you so much for the regular chats, and also thank you just for watching. I appreciate y'all so much.